Action.
Sorry, it makes me laugh every time he does that.
And action.
Right, let me set the scene, right? So, Planet Dance, February 2022, that's too many months ago for me to count, was when we first spoke about doing this podcast.
Yep.
It was a fun night. I'm not going to go into too many details.
Yeah.
Perth debut at the Ice Factory.
Perth debut.
And now all the way in October, almost October, we're finally here.
Finally here.
Hayley Zalassi.
So that's 8 months.
Thank you. I needed somebody to do the maths.
Quick math. Yeah, here we are.
So, thanks for coming along today,
you're
first of all. So let's take it right back to the start.
Okay.
I'm not even going to go into this year because this year's been too big for you so far. It's been amazing. But let's start at the start. When did you first kind of get into music? When did it all kind of...
So I first kind of probably got into music when I was about 12. My mum used to take me to Teenie Park when I was 13. I used to go and sneak into the slam tent. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd take my pals with me and I'd sneak into the slam tent.
I was going to say take my pals with me.
You know, kinda, both. No, I'm joking. No, but we went to, my mum used to take me to Teenie Park and everything like that. And then, yeah, just always kind of like went to gigs, went to festivals, went to everything like that. And then I actually applied to do sound production when I left school when I was 17. But I didn't do it because it was in Paisley, and that was a trek, and I live in Glasgow. So my 17-year-old brain was obviously maybe not as like thinking that was far. But yeah, so I didn't do it that year. I ended up doing like display design, so like window displays, visual merchandising, all that kind of stuff. I've done that for a couple of years, and then it was when I went traveling with my friends, and I was 21. And we were all supposed to go to Australia, and everybody had finished uni and stuff like that. And I had kind of knew that I hadn't done what I really wanted to do, which was music and sound production. So I didn't go to Australia. I came home and I applied to do sound production at Riverside Music College and started there and done a HNC in production there. And that's when it started. So that's 2016, 17 that is now. So that was like, so quite a while ago now. Yeah.
So was it always like electronic music you were into, or did you kind of come from like, was it mostly like bands and stuff?
Yeah,
or?
I mean, I used to do pantomimes. I used to like sing and do like pantomimes and dance and done everything, and then I really had like my indie stage that everybody went through, like
the River Island Jesus Bracelet.
Yeah, like Arctic Monkeys, Here We Go, Kings Leon. Like all that. No, I used to love all that as well. And then I think I went to my first rave when I was 16.
What was it?
What was my first rave? It was in the Archies. Snuck in with a fake ID. It was Axwell that was playing from Swedish House Mafia.
That's not bad for a first. That's
Took my pals that time. Took my pals that time too. Had the best night of my life. That was it all. That was the change of it all. It was great. But yeah, no, that was the first rave experience, and it was in the Archies. So that was I think the start of the rather than
the addiction.
Yeah. So, feels different.
If that's your first time kind of in the crowds and that, when did you actually first get behind the decks then on like a show?
So the first time that I said that was 2016. That was not 2016 because that was my timing all wrong. But when I first started, I first done my first gig, it was in 2018, and it was in Motherwell. I won a competition online to submit a mix. So it was I can't even remember the name of the night that the guys ran, sorry. But they had put on a thing on Facebook, and it was like, oh, DJ, send a mix in. And I sent them like a half-hour mix, and they got back to me and they were like, oh no, great, we love it. And they got me on to do the festival, but they'd done like a pre-party thing for the event in Nico's. So I played the first time ever, was like doing an event in Nico's, like for that party that I had won the competition for. So then I opened this party in Motherwell in this warehouse. There was no one there, but yeah, that was the first time I done it. It was like, yeah, okay, here we go. Yeah. So no, it was good.
So kind of thinking back to your first time behind the decks and stuff. There's so many new DJs and that popping up right now, right? So thinking back to then and all the the years you've had doing this now and the amount of shows you've played now, what advice would you give for like getting up there for the first time?
Getting up there for the first time? I suppose, I mean, obviously if you're in the position to like have gotten the opportunity to do a gig, you've obviously had a shot at some decks at least, or like, you know, kind of know roughly what you're doing. That's probably was the most daunting thing for me, going from like being like a bedroom DJ to like doing it on the big scale. So my advice would be probably is to get familiar with the equipment maybe, and like figure out so that you know what you're doing, because that can be scary for the first time, like being there and you're like, oh, this machines, you're like, okay, like you don't know what you're doing. But like I would go to like, I had decks at home, it was like a controller, but I would go to like pirate studios and stuff like that to kind of get yourself familiar with it. But yeah, I mean, obviously getting the opportunity to get your first gig is probably the hardest bit, but I think if you've got the first gig, you obviously got there for a reason. So just go up and do your thing and hope that the cue buttons work, because that happened to me. The cue buttons didn't work and I was like, what the fuck's going on? Because I was like, how do we work this? But yeah, got there in the end, it was fine.
That was honestly so profound and professional. I thought you were just going to say get pissed.
I get pissed. I mean, oh well, yeah. I mean, I think the thing is I don't think I used to drink when I first started.
Really?
Like not before anyway, because I would be nervous. Do you know what I mean? Like I'd maybe like, saying that now, I'm pretty sure I got a bottle of vodka given to me. No, but the thing is, it wasn't open yet when I first done it, so probably get pissed to calm the nerves after a few times. But definitely first time going, make sure that you're not going up to use equipment that you've never used before. It still happens to me. Still happens. I'm like, what the fuck's this? Right, okay, here we go. But yeah, don't get, that's the biggest throw off. Definitely, if something's not, you don't know how it works, something's not right, because you don't want to be the guy panicking, going, "Here, mate, how do I work this thing?" Do you know what I mean? So yeah,
excuse me, Ricardo Villalobos, do you mind?
Ricardo Villalobos didn't know how to take out his USB, so I was like, "I'll show you how."
Okay, be exclusive there.
We'll get to that.
That's still a few years ahead. We will come to that, because that must have been a big moment. But so still in your early days there.
Yeah.
Still, so you've had your first gig, kind of getting feelers for it. So how did you come to Ibiza? Because Ibiza was the big starter for you, wasn't it? Yeah, it was.
So I ended up, when I started DJing in Glasgow, so I'd done like the kind of Nico's event, and then I'd done like the warehouse kind of thing in Motherwell. And then I started getting a wee bit of just like, I've just done that thing, you're going to see that in this now, and I've just like went to lean on the arm of the chair and missed. But yes. But no, it was like I started like playing in Nico's and stuff like that, and like just kind of getting like, and the thing is as well, like when I first started out, it was like, oh, there's a girl DJing, like let's get the girl on. And I was like, so fine, I'll take it, no bother. But yeah, I started DJing Nico's a lot, and then it became a kind of thing where I was kind of struggling in the kind of Glasgow like environment. It was very male dominated, these kind of things, and it was like doing loads of gigs for free, doing loads of gigs, like just taking any gig that you could really get. And then I kind of thought to myself, I was like, you know what? I was like, fuck this. I was like, because I love Ibiza. I've been going to Ibiza for years and years, and I'd always wanted to do a season. And then it just kind of dawned out. It was like that year. It was 2019. I was like, you know what? If there's ever a reason to go and do a season, it's to try and become a DJ. Do you know what I mean? Like to try. Yeah. So I planned to go. I got in touch. It was Andy Rayside, who now works for Defected. I'd done a gig in Glasgow at the time. It was like for Easter Sunday, and I'd met up with him before it, and he was giving me loads of advice. He got in touch with the guys that worked in the Highlander, told them I was coming over. They got me like a wee Saturday night slot up the stairs in the Highlander before I went and stuff like that. So yeah, I kind of like planned it a little bit, and I knew that I was going to go and try it, but it was just a reason to go to Ibiza at the time. Do you know what I mean? I was like, I need to do a season. And I was like, but now I've got USB sticks too. So yeah, here we go. Totally. But no, it was good. It was brilliant. But yeah, that's how I ended up in Ibiza. And yeah, like I said, I had the Saturday night in the Highlander up the stairs, and that was where it all kind of started. Yeah, that was me, summer.
Because you were the same season that I did. We were both 2019.
Yeah.
But we never met.
No.
But we both knew Sasha.
Yeah.
I used to work with her, and then you did an interview for Spotlight.
I did, yep.
And that's where I first actually came across you, because you were on with Jack.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, so how did you end up at Octan? Because that's what it was about. Was your Octan, was it toilets?
I had the toilet, so we used to do the toilet rave. We called it the micro rave because it was like this tiny little.
The heat in that place. Were you there for the opening night?
The opening of it was because that was the first one I played. It was Viva Warriors.
Yeah, it was the
Viva Warriors.
It was a Sunday, wasn't it? Because we went, and I mind like they'd been like still renovating and stuff during the week. So we had a mate that was in like helping them, and the paint on the walls was dripping wet.
In the toilets.
The stairs.
Right. Okay.
It was literally dripping wet. They'd done it so soon, and it hadn't like properly like set. And the heat of the place, because there was no there's no aircon or anything like that.
It was like,
and it was dripping.
Doing that was like probably the most health and safety thing I've ever done in my life. Like my friend, so the reason I got that gig in the first place is that I ended up PRing for Defected when I was out there.
Okay.
So it was going around everybody like, what you do?
Huge season for them.
Yeah, it was big, it was huge, it was brilliant. I got to go every Friday night and just get mad at it. And then DJing on a Saturday in the Highlander, it was great. But no, my friend that I DJed with, my friend that I was PRing with for Defected, she ran the club night UK Hun, which is
London,
an LGBTQ night in London that they started off. But she was friends with a guy that done something to do with Octan, and they had this slot to do the Sunday night party in the toilet. And she would, like, when I'd met her when we were PRing together, and she was like, and I told her I was a DJ, and she was like, "All right, okay, cool." And I remember her face. She was like, "All right, And then I sent her a mix that I had done, and she was like, "You know, like, okay." I was very surprised. She said, "I thought you were going to be this proper chav that like DJ'd like proper like shite music." She was like, "But you're actually really good." So she was like, so she got me on, and I done the first one on the opening party, and then ended up doing it pretty much every week after for the rest of the summer. So no, it was brilliant. It was so good. It was like, but yeah, no health and safety, literally deck set up in a toilet. There's wires running in under the taps. Like,
is it?
And I like literally where the sinks were, like,
It's been fixed now. It's been fixed now.
I should have been saying that. Anyway, whatever. But no, it was no health and safety, but it was it was funny because one night actually we were dancing, and like the decks were set up like here, and we were standing behind decks, but there was like a mirror wall with like the sinks, and then there was another side of the toilets. And one time I was standing DJing there, and I was just like, and I could just feel water on my leg, and I was like, "Oh my god, someone's pissing on me!" Like, is what my first thing was. But then it turned out actually somebody had like kicked one of the toilets off the pipes. The water was like fucking flooding out everywhere. It was like coming up the water, and we were like that. We're like, "Oh, this electrical equipment." It was like, right, night's off, but it's fine because Apollonia were playing in the room next door, so we just went in and raved. It was fine, but yeah. No, it was mad. It was so mad. It was so much fun. I wish I could go back, actually.
I know. Would you do another season?
I would love to do another season. I mean, hopefully, if I ever do a season again, it might be a wee bit more like maybe not sharing a room with 5 other guys
mate. Were you in
like,
San Ann?
Yeah, San Antonio. Yeah. Maybe if I'd done a season again, it would be a little bit less living on the breadline, literally. But yeah, no, it was good. It was so good. No, I would do it. I would love to do it again, of course. But I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Where would you like to play if you're going out there? Where would you be picking up as a venue?
In Ibiza, like, where's my favourite? Where's my favourite? So my favourite venue in the whole of Ibiza is Pikes, 100%. It's my ultimate favourite. I go every time I go. I went to Ibiza for 48 hours at the beginning of the summer, and I was like, no, I need to go to Pikes. Like, literally, always need to go. It's my favourite. It's my favourite vibe. But big club wise, it was need to be DC10. I think the Terrace. I mean, I've done Amnesia now. I'm joking.
I'm moving up.
No, I love Amnesia. Although Amnesia was fucking class. Amnesia was.
If you want to book me, the details are below.
Yeah. DC10 only.
Prime time slot.
Closing. I'm joking.
Hey, didn't you jinx it? You never know. I can see you there.
Okay. Maybe one day. Right. I know the layout. I know how to get from A to B in there now.
I know the budget for Rave.
Yeah, I know that. I know the budget. I can get a room in San Ann with 5 other people for €340 a month. So That's what I was paying when I was there.
Aye, oh my gosh.
But
Worker
sharing a
conditions,
3-bedroom
mate.
apartment, and there were 6 of us.
We were the same. We had a few of our folks there at one point. We actually had like a lodger from Texas. That's a whole different story.
You always end up with a lodger.
Yeah, yeah.
Why is there always someone sleeping on your couch in Ibiza?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I don't understand.
Where all these people come from and where they go.
And it's like, oh no, it's fine, it's my mate. It's your mate. You met him in the pub 10 minutes ago, and now he's giving you
He moves in for 2 weeks.
He's probably pocketing you £100 a week to sleep on our couch, and I'm having to go around this guy. No, it's Ibiza's mental, but doing a season, it definitely I think it sets you up for the sesh.
Well, you've done a lot in that in Ibiza this summer, by the way.
I know. Well, yeah, but no, it's season definitely sets you up for
DJ life.
I think so.
Yeah. It gets the stamina going.
Yeah. Party stamina is what we call it. Yeah,
definitely. Right. Well, on the topic of Ibiza, we've got a wee Ibiza like quick fire for you.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah. Oh,
okay.
This, do you think?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't.
All right. I'm assuming this is a bit that's like cut.
No.
No, it's fine. I was just like, right, I'm sorry. Okay, so
I know it's a professional setting, but we're not that good.
Is that fact break? No.
Only you had a jingle,
Don't. I've had a couple of drinks now, so a jingle.
Yeah.
A jingle.
Quickly fire through said questions.
Whose questions are these?
Fine.
Okay. Okay, so
quick
fire.
Quickish fire.
Quickish. Right, okay, a quickish fire.
Right,
cool.
Ready.
Right.
Picture. San An.
Do you want me to close my eyes?
Yeah.
Right.
Picture. San An. You can see the sign for whips.
Right, yep.
You're looking around, you're feeling happy, you're in your favourite place, you know.
The egg.
You're gonna go, you can see the egg. You can see the egg. You can know what was that hotel in the corner called?
Pikey Park.
Yeah, you can't see that anymore because it's been taken over. Gentrification has hit San An. Just imagine it's there too.
I know exactly what you mean. I used to sell tickets there for
Did
effect.
you?
Yeah, standing at the corner.
I had a good spot.
Yeah, probably, totally. We've definitely crossed paths. Right, sorry, I'm distracting you.
That's all right. I've distracted you. Right, so egg, whips, San An, happy, right.
Right.
Now answer your first. You have to give your first answer. Right. Sunrise at Downbossa Beach or sunset at Isfedra?
Oh, sunset.
Good.
Sunset.
Amnesia Terrace or DC10?
DC10 Terrace.
You said that with such sincerity. That was amazing.
Yeah.
You're going for a night out down the West End. Who are you taking with you? Wayne Lineker or the guy in a K-hole at Pikes?
Wayne Lineker.
Yeah, fair. Right.
He
Spaghetti
can
and
walk.
aloo dip.
No, I mean.
Right. Spaghetti and aloo dip or a packet of Lay's and a Fanta lemon?
A Fanta lemon. I didn't even hear the first one, but Fanta lemon. Always Fanta lemon.
Always. You can bring back one of the following Ibiza institutions. What do you choose? Space or Ket Cove? That got
Space.
shut down.
Ket Cove get shut down.
Yeah, it got shut down. It was 2019. It got
Kind
right
of
at the
shut
end.
down a beach. Can
Yeah.
it? Did it
They
get
put like wee chain. Well, I think
a wee chain?
No, but they made.
They put a wee chain.
Yeah, look, it was meant to be dramatic. You were meant to think about it, right?
Space.
I thought you might hinder at that one.
Bring back the wee chain. No, I'm joking. No, bring back space. Therefore, space. 100%.
Sketamint or Rushkin-off?
Sketamint.
Yeah. What was even in that? They hangs were sensational.
I don't know, but Rushkin off just to me was just like sounded like giving yourself a chest infection.
That's where you get the Phoebe from Friends whiskey voice.
I sound like I've had some Rushkin off today. That's what I sound like. But no, a Sketamint. I don't know what was in a Sketamint, but it just was the same colour as a Venom. So was it not?
I thought it was red.
Was it red?
I think that was like.
I think they were probably.
It was like a load of spirits and then like a bit of grenadine, wasn't it?
Fuck knows. Not sure, but I just know it was like the same lethalness as a Venom at least.
Wow.
Maybe worse.
I think it was like
It probably had
green
Rushkin off in it.
Probably.
Yeah. Probably.
Right.
Mix of them all.
Roger Sanchez, Another Chance or Faithless, Insomnia?
Insomnia. Faithless insomnia. Don't know why.
Yeah. Of course I do.
So see that song,
It'd be
Another
awkward if I said no.
Chance, Another Chance by
Yeah.
Rod Sanchez. I read a thing online once and it was talking about if I had another chance, and it was the thing said like, this is now, once you read these words to the song, you can't unread it. And it's, I bumped into your dad with Ainsley Harriet. So now, I bumped into your dad with Ainsley Harriet. So now every single time, I hear that song, I just picture Ainsley Harriet.
What's the words again?
I bumped into your dad with Ainsley Harriet. Trust me.
Mate.
But yeah,
so that song for me,
definitely Faithless Insomnia. I can't get no sleep. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, God. Right, and then final question.
Okay, sorry, last one, I've interrupted you.
It's all right. Final question, right? You've missed your flight home, what do you do?
Party.
Where are you going? You've missed the flight, suitcase in hand. What's your immediate reaction?
Probably Highlander.
Highlander.
Yeah, just because when I was doing my season, it was the only place in my head. Like, I was there on my own, so I thought, right, if anything happens to me at any point, where do I run?
Yeah.
The Highlander.
Everyone speaks the same
Scottish.
language.
Yeah. Just like
I got told that my English was bad, which was an issue.
No,
Coming for somebody who was
definitely.
German.
I think no matter what, miss my flight home, Highlander. I know everyone behind the bar. Get me a
And
drink, please.
is there no flat above there? Is it the workers' flats up the top?
Yeah, workers' flats above it
That's
as
even
well. Yeah,
sorted.
yeah.
Sorted.
Can I have a couch, please? Yeah, they'd definitely give me a couch for the night.
And then you'll get him started
Totally.
again on couches.
Ooh, the couch, the nice sofa.
IKEA sponsorship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you come back from Ibiza, right? Which has got to be like the biggest come down ever. Like you just come back and you're like, it's pish and rain because it's the end of the season in Scotland. It's not the best vibe. Where'd you go for there? What happens next?
Where do you go? Where did I go?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So come back from Ibiza.
Yeah.
Skint, beyond skint. Maxed out like 2 overdrafts, obviously, because got to do it. So when I came back, if Ibiza, my first place I went was Paisano, where I used to work. I asked for my job back. I was like, I left these and I just had fun for a second. So I was like, can I come back and serve some pizza, please? And then so that's literally what I done. Came back and was like, I need a job right now. But the crash from being in like going to like closing parties and going to like villa parties and like hanging around with everybody and like doing it pure like bougie, and bougie on the breadline, but you know what I mean. Yeah, like when you're working, you kind of get freebies. So came back and it was like a total like change of environment. It was like just went from obviously living in Ibiza, going to all mad parties, to being like number 2. Do you know what I mean? But yeah.
What fries with that?
No, I don't do fries in Pisano. Come on. This is free promo I'm giving them now. Pisano, but yeah.
The high-end establishment.
Yeah. But yeah, straight back to my job was what happened after Ibiza.
So I'm trying to figure out where the momentum's come from here, right? Because I'm about to blow smoke up your ass.
Okay.
You've had like a really wicked year, right? So Creamfields, you've done Fly Open Air, you were up there. We were talking about that one earlier. Your name was in the lights. Literally. Yep. You've got Ewan McVicker coming up. That's in motion. Handpicked. You've got Warehouse Project as well. Yep. You've done a BBC Radio 1 Essential Mix. So
it wasn't an Essential Mix.
It wasn't Essential Mix.
It was a fly mix. It was a fly mix. Essential Mix next time maybe we'll see. No, it wasn't Essential Mix. Manifesting totally, but no, it felt like that though. It did feel like that.
Oh, it's a huge,
it felt like that. But yeah, no, it's been mental, but like I'm trying to like think. So, but the thing is as well, when I got back from Ibiza, that was 2019. So then you got pandemic. So like I hadn't really done anything big pre-pandemic or anything like that. It was all just kind of, I'd done it. Obviously, I'd been in Ibiza, I'd been DJing in Ibiza, which was class, but I hadn't done anything like hadn't played any kind of big events and anything here. It was just all like just doing like little bar gigs and stuff like that and whatever. So but yeah, pandemic happened, and then it was during the pandemic, it was just before things came back, that Fly got in touch with me and asked me to kind of join join their little squad.
gang.
Yeah, their little gang, and do their kind of first coming back raves and stuff like that. So yeah, that was good. And the thing is as well is I kind of kept going through the pandemic as well. I was posting mixes. I was doing a lot of stuff. There was a point during it where I was like, what am I doing? Why am I even doing this anymore? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, I kept going, and it obviously paid off.
Definitely did. So did a lot of, for a lot of DJs, they started that's when they started producing. Was during the pandemic. So obviously you said there's no live gigs and stuff going on. So is that when you started producing? Because I
produced before I DJ'd. I've been producing longer than I've been DJing. So I started off doing sound production at college, and it wasn't until about halfway through the year that I got my decks to actually DJ. I had a little go on decks and stuff like that, so it was fine. But I started producing first, which I think actually helped me with DJing because it meant that I knew what everything meant.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? I knew what all the EQs were. I knew what everything was, so I actually learned how to produce first. So yeah, I just I've been producing for years, but I'm very I was very stubborn to teach myself.
Yeah.
So I would put little bits and bobs out and stuff on SoundCloud, these tracks and stuff that I'd made, but they always would get deleted eventually. Yeah, there's loads. There's the archives somewhere. Maybe they'll come back one day. I don't know, but no, I don't. I've always been producing, and that was good as well because it meant that I knew how to work with audio, doing editing audio as well for because I think when I done the Project Radio residency. I got that.
Yeah.
I think that was probably pre-Fly. That was maybe during the pandemic that I started doing that. So that was me being kind of proactive doing a radio show and stuff like that. But that I knew how to chop up the audio and add the voices in and stuff like that. And already had all the I had my laptop and stuff there with Ableton on it, which I used to produce. So I'd already kind of had a bit of an insight to that side of things. So DJing actually came second for me. Yeah, which is interesting probably.
So
considering I've only just brought a tune out.
That's what I mean. Obviously this year you've kind of started you've had a few releases coming out. But before we jump on them, there's one track I want to ask about, and it's got to be the glamorous edit. It's got to be. Come on, tell me, what was the process behind that?
During lockdown, like I said, I used to work in Pisano, and I don't know if anybody's been to Pisano, you know that they play the cheesiest music throughout the day, just your kind of hits of the noughties and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? And Glamorous is obviously just such a fucking tune anyway. Do you know
Absolutely.
What I mean?
Fergie. Long live Fergie.
I just remember I heard it, and I just remember thinking, if you ain't got no money, with just a big kick drum. So I played about it for ages, and in fact, I actually went to the studio with my pal Lloyd. I had come up with the idea of doing it, and then I went in the studio with my pal Lloyd, and we were kind of it was wee studio guitar, and this was kind of it was during pandemic times. I can't remember what stage, how serious lockdown was and stuff, but we were getting in the studio, and I'd come up with this idea, and he'd worked it with me, and it was and I was doing it, but I had it for ages, and I just didn't do it with it for so long, and I remember I played it at Fly Halloween. That was the first time I played it, and I remember thinking, this is pure shite. Is that
what you thought?
Really? Because I thought it was cheesy. Do you know what I mean? Because it's Fergie, and it's glamorous. So I thought it was cheesy. But then, I just was listening to it all the time. So I was like, oh, fuck it. Put it out. And then actually what happened was, I put it on SoundCloud. And then these guys that run this promo thing contacted me and said, can we put it on a promo list thing? And I was like, yeah, fine. If you want to send it to people, go for it. And then they sent it out to DJs, and then Meg Ward played it at Trick in Budapest, and there was she got it on TikTok, a video of it, and it went fucking mental on TikTok. Really? Yeah, so that was kind of where they kind of, because I'd had Glamorous on SoundCloud for months before it actually started getting attention. It was kind of it was Meg Ward that played it and kind of got it in
props to Meg.
TikTok, props to Meg, props to TikTok, yeah. But no, it was mad, and then it just started and out, and it's still climbing every day. I'm getting thousands of plays every day on it. I'm just I wish I could make money off it. I can't make any money off of it because it's not my tune, obviously. So
Fergie, I feel like a brand collab could be in here.
Glamorous was definitely one of the like, yeah, I'd already been doing flying stuff like that, so it was like wee extra. Like,
Yeah.
bonus, do you know what I mean? So it was like, great. No, it was good. No, it's
such a fun wee tune because you played it at Otherlands.
Yeah,
and like I was there with my mate, and she's not like just kind of like, you know, more like indie kind of style music, but it's kind of be like electronic stuff. And this came on, and we were both just like dancing out because it's so good.
It's like a happy kind of crowd pleaser. It's like everyone knows the words, everyone sings it,
everyone can how to spell it.
It is a tune, and it's like it's glamorous.
Glamorous.
Yeah.
Got that Hayley Zalassi sass.
Yeah. I don't care. I'm still real. I'm not mad at how many because I'm real.
Take your broke ass home.
If you ain't got no money. No, but it is. It's quite. But the thing is, it's quite funny as well. Like it was during the pandemic. I brought it out, and it was like, if you ain't got no money, and I was like, is that a bit insensitive? No.
Okay, because the lyrics was just like living life in like a jet and everything.
I don't care. Yeah, no, it was good. It's just a tune in it.
Yeah.
It's a tune. But no, I didn't expect it to go off like it has, to be honest.
Aye.
Not at all.
But that's it. It's usually the ones you didn't like overthink too much. You just like, okay, what, this sounds good.
Yeah.
And it's got a good vibe about it. So you just put it out and hope that other folk kind of like it. You didn't expect.
For ages, I was like, I don't know. I was like, it's a bit, I was like, oh, I don't know, like, and then it's like, but it just always, it goes off. I can't even, it's funny because I try and play like really kind of cool like music sometimes, and it's like, this happened to me on Saturday, and I'm like playing like really cool set, like what I think is really cool, and then there's like a girl like glamorous, and I'm just like, oh, right, okay, I need to do it. It's probably the way a lot of people feel with music that they put out, but that's just a wee edit, so it's like a wee secret one.
Yeah, it's a wee secret weapon.
Yeah.
Right. This leads on to another nice wee segment we've got for you. So, you're all right. We're all like,
we're all dying in here.
Yeah.
We're all dying.
As Lewis's audio can cut out the colds.
Yeah.
Right. So, again, we really need to get jingles in here. You're all music lads. We should have this.
Get there.
We will.
Get there with the jingles.
So this is Zalassi's guide to sassy. So,
get sassy with
how
Zalassi.
it works. I couldn't do that because that would be trademarking. We're by the book here. So, I'll give you just a few wee scenarios.
Okay.
And you've got to say how you respond, but it's got to be like the sassy response of what someone should do in this situation.
Okay.
What you would do with ultimate sass, right?
What would I do? What would Hayley do? Fuck, right.
Exactly. So, scenario 1. Random guy comes up to you behind the decks requesting ABBA. What do you do?
Just tell me fuck off.
Short and sweet, I like it.
Mate, no. I'm not Follow-more. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, but like, but I mean, it's done now. It's done.
Yeah.
It's done now. Depends, where am I? Where am I playing?
Oh, okay.
Is it a 50th? If it's a 50th, then it's alright.
Yeah, it's Maureen for down the road.
If it's a 50th party, then I'll play it, but...
It's that event next door, you're going on in 5.
Yeah, I know. If it's a 50th, yeah, but no, not at a prime time. I've actually got a really good, I've got a good edit of Gimme, actually, and it's called...
ABBA was a bad choice. Should have gone with Rick Astley.
It's called Gimme, a gram after midnight. That's the name of it.
And when's that coming out?
It's not mine, I've got it. I fuck knows where I got it. I got it a while ago, but it's just... always makes me laugh when I see it. Give me a gram after midnight.
That's great.
It's just give me with a big massive donk on it, as you would imagine.
Yeah, but the title's creative.
Yeah, totally.
Right. Scenario 2. Someone you went to high school with and went at pals with, haven't seen in years, ask for guest list +1 to your headline show.
Just dingy them.
Dingy, just straight up dingy.
Point blank dingy.
Point blank.
Oh wait, were they my pal?
No.
Were they not my pal, really?
Nah, but they're claiming that like they knew you for high school, so therefore they want guest list +1.
Unless it's on Instagram, because it tells you when they've read the message.
then what do you do? Sorry, wrong number.
What would I do? I'll just say yeah.
Oh, should you say yeah?
Just say yeah. And no, but like say yeah and like not put them on it.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
right,
Maybe
okay.
like put them on and just say, oh, sorry, I spelled your name wrong. Oh, like, or something, I don't know. Oh.
Sorry, Ben, I spelled your name wrong.
Yeah, or like, sorry, I don't know. It's not really happened, but I probably would just dingy them. Yeah. Fair enough. Ghost.
Exactly.
Getting ghosted, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
I got ghosted a lot in high school, so you're getting ghosted back.
It's karma.
karma. Yeah.
Look, we said we weren't going to make this about traumas, all right? I know you've had a bad week.
Stressful day. No.
Yeah. Right, finally, you're DJing on slanted decks and accidentally pause the music with your arse. What do you do, Hayley? Is that ever happened? Is that...
What do you do?
What do you do in that situation?
Well, in that situation, which I was in a nightclub in Shotts, which I don't even know what direction Shotts is for here now in my own mind, but
Shotts with 2 T's, isn't it?
That night was that was a blur, and I did pause the music with my arse, but it was like it was no biggie. It was not like it wasn't like a peak time festival slot or a peak time club slot or anything like that. It was just a case of you can play. Did you
resume ABBA?
I forgot about it. Just forget about it. It's fine. Just get over it. Sorry. Moving on.
Oh dear.
Honestly.
Because I seen you tell that story to Kerry Chandler, right?
That was so on the spot though. He asked me like, "What's your worst DJ story?" And I was like, and that was like the only thing. There's probably been a million more than that, but it was the only thing that I could think of at that moment in time. When I was like, "What's the worst thing that's happened to me?" I'm playing, and pausing the music in my arse.
But before you went to Kerry Chandler, like legend of house music, hold the mic.
Well, no, but that looked bad. Bad. The Instagram story, it looked really bad, and then actually no, it was like, yeah, okay. He was like, yeah. I was like, hold on, can you hold that minute? He's like, yeah, no problem. He's like, holding it. But I didn't mean, can you hold the mic and hold it to my mouth? I meant, can you just hold the mic while I stand up? And I told him to hold the mic, and he stands up with me. And he's like, he's like up with the mic next to me. I'm like, oh god, right, okay. Now I just look like a fucking diva. I was like, but yeah, no, that was funny.
Mate.
I did a re-drink though, so it was alright. I was super nervous, and I'd met him, was it the day before? Or the couple of days before?
Yeah.
Well, obviously we'd played in the sub club
what was that?
Weekender.
Yeah, what was the event for that? Was it the Weekender?
It was the sub club. The sub club done the sub club Southside Weekender event. And Kerry Chandler's been like one of my favourites forever. Forever and ever. I always plays music and I love all his music. It's like pianos and everything. It's amazing. But no, like when I found out that I was going to be doing the gig with her, I was just like, what the fuck? Like this is just insane. What the fuck's going on?
He's so down to earth. That was what I did an interview with him.
So
and
nice.
Like the thing that just gets you is like, would you think somebody of that like caliber, like they kind of got a bit of right to have a bit of like chip on their shoulder, but he doesn't.
No,
he's so down to earth.
No, he's really sound, and he was doing during the talk as well. He was telling everyone that he works for like NASA and shit.
Does he?
Aye, he does like sound for like does like mad sends sound waves into space and all that.
I didn't know that.
Nuts. You know.
Oh my god,
Smart guy.
Clearly.
Smart.
Yeah, he's clearly
too busy to worry about having a chip on his shoulder. Sending tunes into NASA and back. You know what I mean?
Did they kind of?
But yeah, no, he says that he does all that. So we were all out in the crowd. What the fuck? This is mental. It's not just a good DJ. It's fucking spaceman.
Neil Armstrong.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that was mental.
So
totally. I keep fucking.
You get flustered just talking about it.
Fuck. It's mental though, I know. It's crazy.
But see, it's
so
really because they obviously like didn't meet your heroes. So like you do kind of get a bit like, oh, what's it going to be like? But then when you meet them and they're so sound and like, it's like, do you know what I mean? It's so much nicer.
I mean, I know they do say that, don't they? Don't meet your heroes, but no, Kerry Chandler was definitely one of my heroes, and he definitely still lives up to it. So it's absolutely fine.
100%.
All good.
I mean, asked him
no bad stories yet.
Yet. I asked him something about.
I've got more heroes. Not met them all yet.
See what I mean? When I choked up with a cold. Bloody hell. Sorry.
It's alright.
What was he? I remember saying something to him about like up and coming DJs that he was like loving, and like it was on camera as well. So like obviously they kind of wanted to look good, and like I remember like the guys I was working with had like just turned away, and then I was like, so like who's like folk you can see being big in the next few years? And he was like, wait a minute, I've got a list. Oh. He had a list in his phone of just DJs that that he's just got his eye on. Because then the people I was working with turned back round and see him on his phone mid interview, which didn't look great. But I was like, no, it's all good. It's really positive. I was like, he's got a list. And he had a list.
My name's
and
on
it was 2019, so you never know.
I wouldn't have been. I only met him a few months ago. No, 2019 I was DJing the Highland on a Saturday night. I don't know if I'm on Kerry Chandler's radar. At that point, I'm thinking this was like recently.
You never know.
No, definitely not. Oh, aye, that wee bud Hayley that DJs in the Scottish pub up the West End. She's going to be brilliant. She's going to be amazing.
I'm going to see her in the toilets tonight as well, I think.
Oh yeah, she's in the toilets too. Yeah, sick DJ, big huge trajectory. No, I'm not on that list. Might be now though.
Yeah, no, I know. Next time you see him, ask him for like, how's the list going? Who's asking for a wee rundown and see who's on there.
Can you get me on the list, please, Kerry?
No, not that list. That list.
That list.
Your A list.
Yeah, totally. No, wonder maybe.
Never know. I mean, look at you. Look, like this year, like you've been up against like you've been playing with some huge names, huge slots. Like, what I really wanted to ask you about? You kind of mentioned it earlier, right? Is in June, I think it was, around summertime, was it? You gave up your job to go full-time DJing, right?
Yeah.
Which is a bold move.
Yeah.
It's a brave move, and I love that for you. I really do.
Probably
like, I want to know, because that's like such a big thing for working in music. Like, folk want to know, when is the point, but like, where you take that leap?
I don't think it was the point of that for me. It was more the point of I was exhausted.
Yeah.
I was exhausted. I've been working as a waitress since I was 17, 18. So nearly 10 years. More than that's telling everybody how old I am. But yeah, no. I've been a waitress for as long as that, forever, doing all the time studying music, doing everything. And I was working I was doing 4 10, 11-hour shifts a week in the restaurant, and then gigging at the weekends, battling to get the weekend off because I work in a restaurant.
Oh,
hospitality. Do you know what I mean? I work in hospitality. I like battling with it, and it just kind of, it was I didn't plan to leave my job. When I left my job, I went into work on a Monday after I think I'd got back from fly. It was just after I got back from fly open air. I got back from Edinburgh at 6 a.m. and was starting at 12, and I'd done. So I played on the Saturday and went back on the Sunday to just obviously party, and then I got back to Glasgow at 6 a.m. on the Monday morning, and my shift at 12. And in for my shift at 12 o'clock, and I just remember I just couldn't stop crying. I was just crying, like sleep deprived probably, but also like it was overwhelming doing that big show. Do you know what I mean? And doing that, and then I just remember being so upset in my work, and I was just like, I can't be here, and I was like, I need to leave. And it wasn't even I need to leave as in I need to quit. It was like that, I need to leave, I need to get out of here. And then it was a bit of a, can't, you're working. And I was like,
you're on the back shift.
Fuck this, get me out of here. It was
I'm Hayley Zalassi, get me out of here.
No, it was definitely not that. It was more of this is just it was probably very, very on the moment.
Yeah.
Spur of the moment. Probably premature, but yeah, I used to make a joke about being Hannah Montana on my Instagram. I was like that, living the best of both worlds, because I would literally be hanging about with all the DJs at the weekend, and then I'd literally be take the bins out in my work on the Monday, and I'd be like, oh my god, when is this going to stop? But nah, bold move, done it, made it through summer, we've made it this far, so
yeah.
we're all right so far. But yeah, no, we'll see. But the thing is, I mean, I always say this to my pals. My pals always tell me to shut up. I'd go and work. I'll go back and work if I need to go back and work. I've been all right for the past couple of months, so yeah. But no, I'll go back and work if I need to go back and work. I was like, yeah, disco shift, please. I'm skint this week.
We cash in hand.
Yeah, we cash in hand.
If a tax man's watching, she was joking.
Yeah, no, definitely not. No. But no, I mean, yeah, it was a bold move, and it wasn't planned. And it was probably premature, but we're still going.
Fuck it, you're here now.
It's fine. I'm fine. It's like that. Friendly are you alright? Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm fine. No, I'm fine. But yeah, it was a big moment. To think that I've even that was in June, but I were in October. So to think that I've survived without serving food to someone for the last few months is pretty good to me.
I think you'd be a good waitress as well. It's a shame.
Waitress.
Yeah, I was going to say, you'd have you'd have the banter for it.
So much stuff.
I can carry lots of things.
No.
Yeah, that's good as a DJ though for travelling.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like, no, but I can do the whole, like, I can do all the plates. I can do all the plates and carry about 7 glasses with my one hand. Yeah.
Check it, you'll be doing the bar run next.
No, trust me, but like,
Free bar run.
Easy. No, I'm a good waitress. And it's like, I'm fast as well.
Right.
When I worked in Sugo, it's like, I don't know if anybody's been to Sugo, it's like, really like, you're literally sprinting up and down, carrying all the plates. No, trust me. They're sad to lose me, to be honest.
It's fine.
They probably would take me back if I needed it.
What's your worst, never mind your worst DJ story, what's your worst waitress story? Because I was a waitress too. That was my first job, right? So I can sympathise with annoying customers.
I remember one time someone got ketchup on a wedding dress. It wasn't me.
Oh, right.
It wasn't me. I have not really got that.
Do you
Any
know?
really bad ones. I just remember working, because I used to work in the arches as well. So that was my first, like my first hospitality job was working in the cafe bar of the arches. So the arches used to have the club up the stairs and used to have the bar and the restaurant down the stairs. And that was where I worked when I was 18. So that was like another reason why I got really into like dance music as well. So I went raving there when I was 16. Then I got my first job working behind the bar in there. And I met, we used to host, like, they used to have like weddings and stuff on. And someone spilled ketchup on a woman's wedding dress.
Just do that.
Can't remember the outcome of it, but that's just what popped into my head there when you said that. Imagine that. I'd be gutted.
I know, but then they come like, Hayley Zalassi clean ketchup off my wedding dress.
Yeah, it wasn't me though. Well, maybe if you get married in the Archies and you got ketchup spilled on you, then you can say it was me if you want.
Claim your fame.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Oh dear.
But no, that's not. Yeah. No, I've always been pretty good waitress. Apart from like the obvious things like dropping things on people and stuff like that, and just. Yeah, I mean.
So what's the worst thing? It's when folk
common.
click at you.
Oh
get that?
no. If right, so we used to have a pact like when we worked together. Like if somebody clicked, they were getting kicked out. Like the managers and everything.
I like
would be
that.
No, we're not having that.
Yeah.
Somebody clicks at you, they're out the door. You're not getting it. Fair enough, innit?
Absolutely.
Like I'm a server, not a servant.
Server, not a servant.
I've just made that up. This no.
Okay, anyone who works in hospitality will fucking relate to that though.
Server, not servant. That's what everybody should have literally on the back of their t-shirts. Working anywhere.
Yeah.
Like in a restaurant.
And then maybe like a wee contactless sign as well, just in case for tips.
a wee QR code. A wee QR code to the menu. Here we go. Right. If you want to complain, here's the QR code to complain about your service. No, I've got loads of complaints. No, I used to be quite cheeky to people. That's my problem. Not quite cheeky, but like I would just be like trying to give them a bit of banter and all that, and then I'd probably take it too far. Can't remember. No, but not really that many bad waitressing stories. Pretty good, pretty top waitress to be honest.
Oh, you've done a better job than
I'm a
me
more
then.
experienced waitress than I'm DJ, so less mistakes. Definitely.
You're perfect. Honestly, like we were saying earlier, that 50th wedding or that 50th anniversary, whatever it was, you'd be perfect. DJ, hand out a few drinks.
One man band. So if it doesn't work out, I'll be like the wedding DJ server person. Fuck knows. Just like, I don't know. What is that? I don't know. Serving food, spinning tunes, you name it. I'll do it all.
Spread and joy. Right, well, on the topic of food then, these little sliders are so smooth. Right, topic of food then.
Right.
Meal deal. I was creating suspense. Your meal deal. Go for it. What was Liam Docks again? Do we have Liam Docks? Can we insert?
No, I feel like Liam Docks. No, don't get it up because Liam Dock has the same sandwich choice as me.
What was it though?
Chicken and stuffing.
Oh.
Chicken and stuffing. Wait, hold on. Rephrase. Where's the meal deal from?
This does make it. So I think
Where am I getting
I'd
the
say
meal deal?
Morrison's is top tier.
I don't think I've ever had a Morrison's meal deal. Where do you live? Where's a Morrison's? Who's got a Morrison's?
Where'd that
Like,
live?
Morrison's.
Two what? Edinburgh. No, but I'm not from Edinburgh. I don't want to be associated. I'm Fife.
Morrison's where you live as if it's dead
A
posh.
kingdom.
But no, it depends where we're getting the meal deal from.
Right, okay, so if we're not doing Morrison's, what about Tesco?
Tesco. Right, Tesco. Right, okay.
Tesco or Tesco's?
I've got a few varieties. Do you want to know the best one?
Yep, go for it.
Okay, so they do this pesto chicken mozzarella sandwich. with like sun-dried tomato through the bread. It's fucking,
Through the bread?
Yeah, like little bit. It's fucking sick. A Philadelphia breadstick dipper thing because I'm always on a diet. And then like, it says light on it, so that's what I have. And a Starbucks cold latte coffee, the cold one.
Okay.
Because they're £2.30 to buy on their own, or if you buy it as part of a meal deal.
Yeah. That's like the smoothies as well, isn't it? Like £3 you get in a meal deal bargain.
Starbucks coffee, Philadelphia breadsticks, and that nice bougie chicken mozzarella sandwich.
That's quite a bougie wee meal deal you've got going on there.
I'm glamorous.
Exactly. You're sassy, you're glamorous.
Get sassy with a sandwich. What is the sassiest sandwich? That one. Yeah. No, like it's like the trick is to get the most for your money though.
Yeah, exactly. You want to go for all the expensive shit. Yeah. Don't even have to like it, you just have to get
coffee. Sometimes I go in to buy just a coffee, one of them, and I end up buying a meal deal because it's like 70 pence now for a sandwich and another thing I like to get is I was going to say like it's another cheese related thing for some reason. I really like cheese. They do like the little like a baby bell with fruit. So it's like a baby bell in the corner, then it's like apples and grapes. Oh, so it's like cheese and grapes. How bougie is that?
That is. All you need is wine.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? Like, bougie meal deals. Come on, get your money.
Oh my God, this is more like 5-star shit going on over there.
Teaching lessons here.
Yeah, exactly. Cost of living crisis there. You're like thinking ahead.
Cost of living crisis. Meal
like,
deal a
day.
Save. Meal deal a day. You know. Totally. Yeah, but yeah, that's my meal deal. Totally.
Okay, that's what I'll go with that. I'll go with that. Right.
It's specific. Sorry.
Yeah, it's decent. I can't mind what Liam's is. We'll need to compare and see. We
asking everybody this?
Yeah, this is the.
Oh, is this the running
thing?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
So this is the new thing. You need to find out their meal deal. It says a lot about a person, doesn't it?
It does.
It does. And then folk can judge
Who
it.
had a can of Monster? Anyone? Has anyone had a can of Monster yet? No. Yeah.
Can you get that with your meal deal?
Yeah, you can. You just don't see it because you don't. Yeah. You just miss it because it's not. But you can definitely get a can of.
Can you?
No, but remember there was like that meal deal, rate your meal deal thing on.
Yeah.
The thing. I'm pretty sure you probably. This probably comes up every single time you talk about meal deals. Totally, but yeah.
It's only the second
like
thing.
the gothic one, the gothy one.
What one?
Like goths get like a can of Monster.
Yeah.
And a can of Monster and whatever else. I don't know. What's a gothy sandwich? What's a gothy sandwich?
I don't know.
A gothy. Just
Monster. They could
like
have
just
Monster
ham.
Man.
Just ham. Just ham. Just ham is a. Just ham.
Oh,
Packet
a pasta.
I'm seeing a packet of Space Raiders. It's like going with the same colour theme as the can of Monster. Do you know what I mean?
Like pickled onion. Yeah. Oh god. Yeah.
Garlic. Something with garlic on it, maybe.
Is that not the opposite? That kills vampires.
Oh yeah. Well. Got that. Are goths vampires? Yeah.
Outed.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
right.
That's my meal deal.
Before I offend any more goths.
So remember the tweet that went viral? Is it legal or illegal to slide tackle a goth?
Yeah.
At Police Scotland. That was a thing. And I think it should be legal. I used to be a goth.
Did you?
No, not a goth.
If you wear a goth,
I liked Avril Lavigne.
That's not. She was like Skater Boy said, "See you later, boy."
That was it, Mosher.
A mosher.
That's what I used to call myself, a mosher. Although I'd never been to a mosh. That's what everybody used to say. I'm a mosher. Like, do you remember whenever we used to have like the combat A, like the fucking combat trousers with like the strings that came for them?
Mate,
the octopus trousers.
What?
They were called.
I've never seen these.
They'll probably come back in fashion in a couple of weeks.
No,
they were like combats with like stringy ties coming, like not just bits of the trousers basically, but like coming off, and they were like tassels, and they looked like they were called octopus trousers or like whatever. I don't know. What did you say they were called? From Tammy Girl, that's where we bought them. Tammy tassel trousers. But yeah, I used to wear them. And I remember, like, you know how when, this is me just pure outing myself now. Remember when, like, moshers used to wear, like, the stripy, like, the thing with their thumb went through? Well, I didn't have one of them, so I got an old black sock and then cut out rings from the white sock and put the white sock over the black sock and made my own little mosher.
That's fucking creative, I'll give you that. That is so good. You'll commit to the bit. Have you got an old photo of you with one of these like mocha outfits?
No, that's
so,
like those pictures are
here.
probably well back in the what was it before Bebo? Pixel. They'll be on Pixel.
Right.
That's gone. Unless somebody can find it.
Is Pixel still alive?
I don't think it is.
Is it? Oh my gosh, remember that?
I don't remember, but yeah, all that would have been on Pixel.
Oh man.
Remember that? That's funny.
Yeah.
That was even after that. Yeah, no, that I was a mosher when I was about 9. To be honest.
You're recovering mosher.
Recovering mosher. A 9-year-old mosher.
If you'd like to get help, there's going to be contact lines in the description.
Wearing a sock round her wrist, drinking a can of Monster. Yeah.
Oh dear man.
Yeah. I wasn't a mosher, I just liked Avril Lavigne.
Yeah, she has some tunes to be fair.
Yeah.
Have you seen this little stuff about apparently Avril Lavigne isn't Avril Lavigne? She's got like it's like somebody else has replaced her.
What do you mean?
Like apparently, so Avril Lavigne that we see now, people say isn't Avril Lavigne. It's like a body double. Anyone? Have you heard this?
What, like, so the Avril Lavigne now kicking around is not Avril Lavigne?
No.
So where's Avril Lavigne?
We don't know.
Oh.
It's the problem.
What?
Don't know. She's gone missing.
What's this a thing?
I mean, I don't know if it could. It's not. I'm not saying it's accurate.
I mean,
it could just be a myth.
That's my best friend in the corner just said she's on an island with 2PACK. We can't be like going around with these conspiracy theories.
I'm hoping all the fake headlines.
She's on an island with 2PACK, Michael Jackson, and the Queen.
Yeah, and now Coolio. Coolio went as well.
Oh yeah. It's fine. Change the subject.
So you've got new music.
Yeah. I've got new music. Oh well. Yeah, I've got new music.
Yeah.
Avril Lavigne.
Featuring
Avril Lavigne, yeah.
Yeah.
The stunt double. Featuring the other Avril Lavigne.
Not that Avril Lavigne. No, that one.
To be fair though, I mean, if I ever got a chance to do a tune with Avril Lavigne, I'd probably take it.
Yeah, to be fair.
I used to be a #1 fan. But yeah, new music. Do you want to actually talk about it?
Yeah, no, I don't.
Right, okay.
Before we offend any more groups.
Goths. No, I'm joking.
Right.
New music. So
Lover and Ex Appeal.
Lover and Ex Appeal, yeah.
Tell me about them.
So that was just that was just a case of I've had music. Like I said, I had Glamorous sitting there for about a year, probably before I actually put it on SoundCloud or anything like that, just because I don't know why you hold on to things. And I think when you're just getting into producing music and trying to like figure out how to put it out and stuff like that, you kind of, beg your pardon, that's because I've been drinking beers.
Free beers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Had a free bar.
Free bar, I know. But no, it was like, so I had been sending, like, I'd had a couple of labels contact me actually after, so before Glamorous, I'd actually made a remix of Rihanna. Stay.
Which song?
Stay.
Oh,
it's on
okay.
my SoundCloud if you want to go and have a listen to it. It's actually probably my favourite one. My favourite like edit that I've done. And it got played on Radio 1. I put it on the BBC uploader and it got sent to Radio 1 and it got played on Jaguar's show. Got an edit of Rihanna that I'd made. That was pre-Glamorous. And then, so at that point, a label had contacted me and they were like, oh, by the way, like, this is really good. We'd quite like to put it out, blah, 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 blah. But obviously, it's Rihanna. Stay. It's not really, and you've got all this with like samples and blah, blah, blah and everything now. So you can't really just put stuff out. Anyway, I then had sent them another track. They'd asked me what other music I had, and I'd sent them one of my tracks. It's not out yet. It's another one I've got. It's called No Pills, and it's got kind of old housey vocal on it.
Was this the one you played at Planet Dance?
Yeah.
I remember you showing me this track.
Yeah, I played it a while ago, and I've not played it in a while since. Actually,
okay.
It didn't feel very finished to me, but a label had contacted me saying that they really liked it and they wanted to put it out. Blah 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 blah, and they were like, okay, and I was like, right, sound. And then it was like, so they were like, all right, we really want to put this out. This is the date that we're going to go for. Blah 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 blah, and I was like, right, and they were like, okay, so this is what we can offer you, and I was like. And it was like, the way it worked was, it was like 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a bit like, and they sent me like the artwork and stuff. And I was a bit like, no, don't really like that.
Yeah.
I don't really like that. I was like, no, I don't. I was like, it's not really. I was like, what are you doing for me that I can't do?
Exactly.
Kind of attitude towards it. So I didn't put it out with them. And then I just started looking into distributing music and how to do it. Figured it out, how to set it up. Do it yourself. So I've been in the studio at this point. I've been started making loads of music with Big Miz. We can talk about that as well. But it was more, I had all this music sitting there. Nothing was out because it just wasn't. And to be honest, I've never sent music to a label or anything like that. People say, oh, what labels do you want to be on? And I would be like, I don't know. Like, I don't really know.
Yeah.
Because I don't really think of that. I don't really think that's should be a thing or whatever. It's music that I've made. So I just thought, you know what? Fuck it. Just put it out yourself. And now it's out. So you can listen to it anywhere if you want. But yeah, I just was like, do you know what? I'm just going to do it myself and see how it goes. And it's out there. So if it gets picked up and people like it and whatever, and a lot of people have messaged me and stuff saying that they really like it and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, that's really all you can do. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't think it would have been the only thing that would be fun.
That keeps catching my eye as well.
The only difference that would have been with if I'd done it through a label would have been there would have been a lot of promo with it, and I kind of felt like, do you know what? I'm playing gigs. I'm doing things that are like I've got a platform to share my music, and I'm not thinking about it going mad or anything like that. I was just thinking, do you know what? I'd like to have some music out there that if anybody sees my name on a lineup for a festival or a gig or whatever, that if they type my name in, something's there. Do you know what I mean? And it meant that I'd done it all myself. I was the only judge on it, so it might be shite.
It's not shite.
But what I mean is, there's like a lot of labels. They'll come back and forth and they'll say, I don't know about this, I don't know about that. And you're trying to fit someone's idea of what is good enough for their label. Whereas I don't really believe in that. I say this all the time in music. There's no qualification on a good ear. Do you know what I mean? There's no, like, it doesn't matter how long you've been to college and how long you've studied and done music or whatever. If you think it sounds good, and just go with it. So yeah, that's what I did with that. And it's out. So there we go. Yeah.
I love the ethos behind it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you mentioned Big Miz there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I follow you on Instagram, and you have been in the studio like a lot, and I want to know what's going on. I want the inside, the full deets.
Okay, cool. It kind of started. So I actually met Miz when I done my season in Ibiza.
Did you? Was he out there too?
It was. He wasn't. He wasn't. He was out playing. He was playing for Paradise, and I was mates with Mizzy's pal. So I was actually in Pikes. And it was Flash that was on at Pikes, which is a night they do at Pikes. And anyway, I was sitting on one of the bed things that they have outdoors at Pikes. And I turned around and I saw Miz sitting there, and he was with his girlfriend Kate. And I saw him sitting there, and I was like, and I'm one of these people that if I see someone that I know, or I know someone that you know, or anything, I'm going to tell you.
Or you look like somebody I know, but you know them.
Or if I know who you are, and you're in the same room as me, and I've had a couple of drinks, you're going to find out that I know that you know who you that I know who you are. Like, just know. Like, no. I'll be like, don't say it, and I'm like, hi. Like, literally. But no, I met Miz that night, and then we ended up having like we had a total buzz like that night in Ibiza. First time I'd met him, and I was good mates with his friend. And it's actually funny because when I came back from Ibiza, that was the thing. Miz, like I said, when I came back from Ibiza, I had just been doing all like bar gigs and stuff like that. Miz asked me to do his Rinse FM show.
Did he?
Yeah, so I'd met him in Ibiza, and then Miz had asked me, do you want to do an hour on my Rinse FM show? So that was the first time I'd ever done anything that was like, felt like, oh, this is okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, do you know what I mean? So it was Rinse FM, like Roots. Everybody knows it. Do you know what I mean? So he'd got me on his Rinse show, and then that was that. And then I've just stayed in touch with Miz, like just social media for like the last couple of years over. I remember we used to like, we actually used to bicker on Instagram, like arguing about like views on the pandemic. Then back then, not bicker, but like we'd be like, oh, and he'd be like, no, but this and that, we'd be back and forth. But then, no, it was in Ibiza when we done Fly, and we were in the same hotel, and we were back at one of the rooms, and I came up with this idea for this tune called "Give Me a Minute, Mum." Right? So I was like, we were partying, and I was just every tune that came on, I was just going, just give me a minute, Mom. Just give me a minute. I'm going to work, Mom. Just give me a minute, right? And then me and him just started singing it the whole trip, like over every single song that would come on this week. And me and Miz just going, just give me a minute, Mom. Just give me a minute. We've actually tried to make it into a tune a couple of times, but it's just not had the same impact as it would have had. Like, but it's basically about, see, when, like, for instance, my mum's like saying to me, oh, when you do this, when you do that, and I'm like, Mum, going to just give me a minute. I'm just give me a minute. I'm working on it. Just give me a minute. Right, just give me a minute. But me and Miz were singing this the whole time in Ibiza, and then we just end up saying to each other, like let's go into the studio when we get back. And then obviously I'd quit my job at this point, so I'm free during the week. Miz has obviously been DJing and producing for a long time, so that's his work anyway. So we just we went into the studio together, and then it was like, I think it was day one. I think in about 4 hours we came up with this tune, and it's called Kick Stomp. It's not out, obviously, because we've heard it been played a few times. Like, it's been sent around. A couple of people have played it, and it goes off, and we done it in a day, and we were just like, fuck, right, okay, this is sick. Again, next day, another tune done. Like, and then just
all like 1 day,
actually, like we've actually got enough tunes to put an album out.
that would be an exclusive
if we wanted to, but they're not all like they're not all, they're all, some are different styles, some of this and that, but we probably we've got enough. Just a case of like, but yeah, no, we're working really well together, and it's exciting. Yeah, no, it's fun. Our first one that's coming out, we're planning on bringing it out in December.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
What kind of vibe can we expect for that one?
Well, I'm singing on it.
It's
a Hayley Zalassi vocal.
You've dabbled in vocals as you have, haven't you?
Yep. So the first, like, I've kind of recorded a couple of my own ones and played them out a couple of times, and one of them got played on Radio 1 as well.
Yeah.
It was a song. It was a song that I made called What You Need, but again, it was the same thing. Like, I make music and I've only got my knowledge on it, and it's quite hard for me to say when something was finished. Mm-hmm. So I just like go, oh, it's not there yet. I know there's something missing, but I don't know what it is, and I can't figure it out. So I end up leaving it and forgetting about it, and I don't go back to it or whatever. But no, this one that we've got coming out is we made it in a few hours. We went in the studio the next day. We recorded the vocal the next day, and it just all came together. And no, it's a tune. It's a heavy tune. Yeah, no, if I don't say so myself, it's fucking class. And we've got like a little remix of it and another tune to go with it as well. So hopefully, that's, if everything goes to plan, coming out in December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're going to be playing it out? You're going to be playing it out beforehand?
I've been playing it. I've already been playing it. Yeah, I've been playing it loads. I've been playing it loads, and every single time I play it, someone messages me asking me, what's this tune? What's this
That's
tune?
a good sign.
So it's exciting. It's really exciting. But yeah, no, I'm well buzzing to get it out.
So did you do like singing or anything like that beforehand, or is that something that you just kind
when
of
I was at stage school, when I was in school,
you were in the pantomimes.
Yeah, I done the pantomimes.
What did you play in the pantomimes? I've got to ask. Like
everything in it. I was like, I remember when I was at stage school, I used to like, it was kind of like on the cusp of like going out and like discovering booze and fags and boys, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it was like 13, 14, 15, 16. Discovering booze, fags and boys at 13. Yeah. But no, so like I used to like, I just always I wouldn't want to say I want to be the centre of attention because I don't think I'm like that.
Yeah.
But I've just always been very like, I used to do all the talent shows in school.
Like performing.
I used to do all the talent shows in school, used to sing on every talent show going. Honestly, every year I'd be up there with my microphone.
What's your go-to like karaoke
Oh,
then?
Valerie.
Valerie?
Yeah, Valerie.
Okay.
By Amy Winehouse. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Oh yeah, that's my karaoke song totally. I remember I sang in a talent show, Broken Strings, by James Morrison. That was a hard one.
Hard one.
So I know, but James Morrison, Nelly Furtado.
Did you do both? Were you both Nelly Furtado and James Morrison?
I did do both parts. So I mean, I don't know how good that one was. I must have been about 14.
I can see you being like one of those things where it's like the like lad out on one side and the girl out on the other side, and you're like flipping between.
When I go, you can play, I know you can feel it. Oh my god, yeah,
Like
should have done that. Oh, I should have done that. I know. But no, I used to sing when I was at stage school and stuff like that, and then I fell away from it for years and years and years. I didn't sing or do anything for a long time musically. Really, that was probably just the point where I was going out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then it was like, it was when I started producing, and I was like, do you know what? Maybe I could just record my own vocals. Like maybe I could, but I've always hated the sound of my own voice, like hearing it back.
Yeah.
And I'd say that the tune I recorded, like the beginning of the year, whenever I can't remember what it was, the one that Sarah Story played, and it's not out. Maybe it will come out one day, we'll see. But it was the first time I'd recorded my voice, and I didn't hate the sound of it back to me, if that makes sense. Like when you hear your voice back, you're like, oh. But no, it was the first time I'd heard my voice back, and I was like, actually sound not bad. Like, well, I didn't hate it anyway. Do you know what I mean? Everybody else was like, no, you sound great. Like, my mum would be like, that's brilliant. But like, I feel like, But no, it was the first time that I heard my voice back. But I thought, do you know what? It actually sounds all right. And then when me and Miz went in the studio and we started doing vocals, he'd be like, no, you've smashed that. Sick. It's good. So, yeah. And that's the other tune that is maybe or maybe not going to come out at the same time as it also got my vocals on it as well.
Is it?
So it's a wee running thing we've got going on now. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But no, it's exciting. It's mad.
Give it a few years, I'll have like a full album ballad.
I know, I'm like that. I'm thinking though, because the only thing about it is as well is obviously Miz is such like a respected producer, and he's been doing it for so long. I think that was one of the kind of urges for me to get my music out first as well.
Yeah.
I didn't want anybody to see the music that me and him were making and think, oh, she's just doing the vocals.
Yeah.
Because I think that's probably what.
Especially, I'm not funny, but especially being like Lassie.
Being female, yeah, totally.
Yeah, you would get pinned as like the top liner.
Oh,
like,
she's not doing it now. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
or like it'd be Big Miz and female vocalist Hayley.
Exactly, or whatever. And I just knew I didn't want that to be the case because it's just not true.
Aye.
So like we've worked so well together. We both said that we're totally like minds hitting off each other, and it's really good. So no, I just definitely wanted to get some music out first before I brought out any music as a collab, because otherwise it would have I just wouldn't have. Do you know what I mean? I just wanted to have my own music out that I'd made first. And the thing is, I'd Love Her from that EP. I'd made that. That was that again. That's about a year and a bit old. Made that.
You had this
I've had that for ages, and it was the other one, X Appeal, that I actually made. Straight after Ibiza, so straight after we'd done Ibiza for Fly, I went to London for a few days, and I went to visit my dad, and I went back to Ibiza. And the few days in between, I made X Appeal, and it was the first, because by before then I had got loads of music, but they just didn't go together. Yeah, as like an EP or whatever, or so I just was like, and then I made that one, and I was like, you know what, that's kind of got the same sort of sound. It's one that I would play. That was another thing about releasing music. I've got a lot of music that I've got that I wouldn't necessarily play in a DJ set. Aye. So I didn't want to put out something that I wouldn't play. Lover and XPO were the two that I was like, no, do you know what, I will play these. Mm-hmm. So that's how that came about. And then obviously now we've got the stuff coming out with Miz, and I play that every time I DJ. So so yeah. Yeah, no, it's exciting. It's really exciting. Can't wait.
It is.
I'm really looking forward to it.
So what's coming up for you next then? So where will we be hearing these tracks? I think you and Vickers handpicked it soon.
So actually, if I know we're not live, but tomorrow I'm in Leeds. I'm playing. I'm going to play in Leeds. I've never been to Leeds before. It's District Bar. Not sure. I've heard loads of people playing it before. I know it's got quite a bit of a scene. There's a lot of people that actually. duo of producers or DJs that I actually really love are playing there tonight.
Who?
Inland Nights, they're called.
Okay.
Inland Nights. They're playing tonight, and I was kind of like looking at the dates, and I was like, bastard.
Oh. Sorry, we brought you here.
No, I just mean I should have went the day before to catch
Aye.
them as well. And then next week we've got Motion, Bristol, which will be a big one. That's insane. I went to Motion, was the first club I went to after lockdown when they stopped,
Really?
when everything opened back up in England. So I was like straight on the flight down to Bristol to go for a night out. And then and then I've got Warehouse Project as well.
That's going to be a big one.
So that's exciting.
When is that again?
That's not till November, 26th of November. Sold out already.
Is it?
It's sold out, aye.
Oh, yeah, is it Camel Fat as well?
Camel Fat, yeah, because I done the gig with them in the Hydro. And then it was the guy that's their agent, Dave Blackgrove, he told me that he liked my music, and he was one that like got me in touch for Creamfields and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just all kind of going mad. I'm assuming that that's how I got the offer for the Warehouse Project one as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's exciting, and on the concourse stage as well. I don't know if you've seen that. It looks fucking class. I'm buzzing. It'll be so good.
It will be so
Yeah,
good.
it'll be so good.
You mentioned Creamfields there. Like I seen like some clips, and it just looked insane. What's it like to have that? And when you go to like England, when you go away from
Creamfields is
Scotland as
mental.
well.
Like that's the first time I'd played in. I'd done a gig in Bristol in the summer, and it was a free party because it was meant to be for Fields of Fantasy, which ended up getting cancelled and it's been pushed back to next year. But I played the free party for them. That's the first time I played in England. Was that the first time I played in England, Natalie? I played in London with my pals, like the UK Hun gals, doing all that, but never anything like big. But I've done got asked to Creamfields, and I had it in my head, like even when I got there like the arena opened at 3, and I got there at like 2:45. I was cutting it fine, definitely. And I kind of had in my head as well, I was like, right, there's going to be nobody there. Like, there's 8 stages or something at Creamfields. Like, there's 8 stages. There's not going to be anyone there. And I've got a post on my Instagram, you see me, I walk in and I'm like that. Look, I'm like, everybody moan. I'm like, there's no one here. And my brother said to me, he's like, Hayley, honestly, I had the fear. He's like, I saw your story on Instagram. I was like, oh no, nobody's gone. And I'm not joking. I didn't even start playing till about 3:15. So I was about 15 minutes late into my set, and by about 20 past, there was probably about over 1,000 people in it, and I was just like, what the fuck? I'm like, how is this? How? Because it's not even the stage I was on wasn't like close tenting. Like it wasn't like when you go to Tina Park, the slam tent's right there.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? It was
like you just kind of dawned
you need to go through a wee bit and stuff like that.
that.
So I was dead. I was so shocked when I seen that I had such a big crowd, and I was like, oh god. And do you know what? I didn't even play either of my tunes.
Did you not?
No, because I got too excited and I already went too I went past it almost, if you know what I mean. I was like, my tunes were a wee bit less high energy, and I'd already skipped it, so I came off it, and I was like, I've not even played any of my tunes. Played the new one that's not out yet with Miz, but I didn't play any other one. No, it was fucking, but that was mental. That was insane. Mad. Creamfields is such a big festival. I went in 2012. It got rained off when I went.
Oh, did it?
Aye, so that was 10 years on. 10 years on.
So it would be.
From going, I played the festival. Yeah.
Imagine that. Imagine you tell Hayley 10 years ago she'd be up there playing.
Fuck knows what I would have said. That. Like, you're joking me. I remember it so vividly being at Creamfields that year, like listening to that. Was when I was right into like Swedish House Mafia. Yeah. Avicii headlined it. It was class. It was unreal. Yeah, it was amazing. Wow. So good. But yeah, that was like way back then. But now I'm into the more like underground vibe, maybe.
Yeah. Well, you never know. I could see you doing you could have a wee like EDM alias. Is it alias or alias? I always say it wrong.
Alias, I think it's an alias.
Alias. It sounds like alias, sounds like alien. Sounds better.
Alias, maybe. A wee EDM alias, maybe.
Yeah. I could see that.
Get on that
for
this week, right? I'll send you a wee demo. Give me a minute, Mom. Just give me a minute. It might work better as an EDM. Yeah.
Pure drop.
Yeah.
Oh, dear man.
No, yeah.
But you've had a wicked summer. You really have.
It's been crazy.
Any quick standout moments that I really loved your Otherlands set.
I mean, Otherlands. So I ended up playing twice at Otherlands. I was only supposed to play on the Sunday.
And then, it was the Sunday I think I seen you.
And then this was when I got So it was a Saturday afternoon, and there was an issue with the sound or something like the night before. They had to turn the sound down, blah 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 blah. So then they asked me to do the closing set after Ricardo Villalobos, and I'm not joking. Like me and my pal Jack, who you met through Sasha, my best friend Jack, he's like, Ricardo Villalobos is his hero, right? Like that's his hero.
Yeah,
that's his fucking hero. And I remember, like, I got asked to do it, and I was just like, oh my God, I need to phone Jack. I was like, Jack, I've just been asked to play after Ricardo Villalobos, and he was just like, no, and I could actually hear him, like, do that way when someone's like jumping on the spot, like, no, like, and I was like, yeah, and I freaked out totally, and I was like, oh my God, no, what am I gonna do? And then I done it, and it was honestly, it was mental. Like that'll never happen again. Do you know what I mean? When are you ever going to see that lineup ever again? Me at the top
and
after Ricardo Villalobos, and they've just me taking over for you. Do you know what I mean? But that was the thing. Is like Mike from Subclub told Ricardo Villalobos that I was taking over from him, and he was like, okay, and he was like, and then I was cooking up to the text, and he was like, oh, I know you were a DJ. I could see it in your face, and I was like, all right, okay. And then it was like time to take over. And he had these 2 hard drives plugged in, and he couldn't figure out which one to take out. Like he didn't know which one to eject because he'd obviously the 2 decks linked, and he was like, and he was going, and he paused at my mistake. He was going, that's
so sweet.
So Ricardo,
Classic
but
Ricardo.
He was like, oh yeah. I was like, right, it's fine. And he was like, oh, and I was like, I'll get it. And he's like, oh no, you're right. It's like great. And if you're hugging me and all that, and it was just mental. It was mental. And then I just turned around and just did my thing, and apparently told the guys that he could hear me playing, and then he loved it.
What a compliment!
He said that like I was playing like sick music. So yeah,
I mean, in writing.
Yeah, I know. I should have got him to write it down. Silly. No, but it was honestly, it was surreal. And it was like one of those things that if I knew that I was going to be doing that, I would have probably thought about it and overthought it for months and months and months, or weeks, and probably ripped my hair out. But of course, I found out on the day. It's just like, right, got to be done.
You just got to turn up and do it.
And I did it.
You smashed it by the sounds of it.
It was class.
Absolutely.
And then the Sunday was a wee bit more. I felt like, okay, relaxing Sunday vibes. Because also when I started playing the Sunday, there was no one in the tent either. Yeah. There was no one there, and I was like, oh, it's fine. I had last night was great. I had to fill Otherlands last night. I'm going to be here, but it's fine. But then no, it was fine. It filled up again. So.
Oh mate. No, it was your Sunday set I seen, and you smashed it as well.
Got to play Glamorous. I wouldn't have played Glamorous after. I couldn't play Glamorous after Ricardo Villalobos. No.
You never know. He could be.
He might like it.
He might like something a bit different, you know.
We need to send him it and see if he likes Glamorous.
Slide his DMs. I feel like you push that. Follow you on Instagram.
Is it Ricardo?
Yeah.
No.
No. We need to get that sorted out. You got a wee follow and unfollow and follow back.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't even know. I think it's like one of those accounts where he doesn't even like run it. Maybe. Do you know what I mean? Maybe. One of them ones.
Pixel. Get him as Pixel.
Kerry. I've got Kerry Chandler. Kerry Chandler follows me. Aye.
Nice.
I've got Kerry. Maybe he's got the link up.
Exact group chat.
I just need to go to one of his gigs. Just, maybe that time I took him, because that is something that I would do.
It's me.
How was that lassie that took over from you? That's what I would do. Totally. But that was got to be the standout moment. 100%.
Therefore.
Unexpected. Yeah,
that's
amazing.
The best
And Amnesia
ones.
as well. Amnesia was another one that was unexpected. Didn't know that was happening. Got asked to do it pretty last minute, and I was like, okay, sick.
You didn't say no. You didn't turn down Amnesia.
No, fuck that. No way. Felt like I was driving a spaceship. Honestly, it was insane. But no, mad things have happened this year.
Yeah. So how are you going to top it next year?
I don't know.
What's in the pipeline?
I don't know how I can top it. I really don't. I don't know.
Anything you'd like to do?
Well, the terrace. The DC10 terrace, but I mean, do you know what I mean? I don't know. I'd love to do Lost Village Festival.
Yep.
I've never been, but I've seen the vibe and it looks amazing. I'd love to do that. I'd love to obviously do Ibiza on repeat every week. Pikes, I want to play Pikes so bad.
You need to get that
Pikes
one
is
done.
like my number one that I need to do. And no, I mean, I think all I want to do is to get to play music and just like and kick about. Who can complain, really?
Exactly. That sounds like a good wee life, that, doesn't
It's
it?
great. It's great. It's all right. And maybe need a shift on a Wednesday for the time being. But no. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how I could top it. I've actually said this to Liam, my agent, this year. I'm like, I don't actually know how. I was like, have I peaked already? Like in my own
You've
mind.
done like the Lewis Capaldi.
Like,
he went straight to the top.
But have I peaked in my own head? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know I don't know what could be more mind blowing for me personally. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll find out
We'll
next
find
year.
out. Yeah,
won't we?
We'll find out. Totally. Who knows?
Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks
I feel
for
so
having
glad
me.
we finally got this
I know,
one done.
I know.
Been waiting
We
for
talked about it
ages.
for a while.
Yeah, I know. I'm scared to see what time we've been sitting here for.
I know. Guess how
Right,
long?
well, you gave us the 10 minutes notice, and apparently cameras overheat at,
An hour.
I'd say around 20.
An hour and 28, an hour and a half.
That was close.
Like that means you can cut. That means you can cut out the bit about the goths. Cut out the goths and the Queen.
I think that was like a solid 20 minutes. I don't know if that's cut out.
No, I mean it's not. It's an off the cuff comment. But yeah, no, thanks so much. Could talk forever.
Thanks. Right,
Thank
we
you.
done?
Are we done?
Done.
We done?
What's the opposite of action? What do you do? Cut.
Cut.